the main guy of this show actually has a glasses fetish. So immediately, I can identify with this character. Cue title scene! Beyond the Boundary is a 2013 fantasy romance anime that, by all accounts, I should really hate. This thing has all the things I can't stand that we just see over and over again nowadays. Like I said, romance, namely teen romance, and that teen romance goes above all else. It overboards the fantasy. It's more important than the action. This series has cute moe crap. It's got all the other annoying teen cliches, over-the-top running gags, crazy main heroines, all that stuff that just gets on my nerves because we just see it so much, and it's always done so piss poorly. But I loved this show. I'm not gonna lie. This is all those things I just said done right. This is how you do a teen romance. Everything, well, mostly everything, we'll get into that in a minute, about this series works. And it's so shocking. Again, when I started this, I thought this was going to be another Sword Art Online type crappy thing where it's just a silly romance that you don't believe, that you don't buy. I bought this, and I totally put it up to our plot and the way everything is set up. Essentially, this series revolves around Ito Kanavar, who is some sort of half-demon thing called a Yoma, who apparently is immortal. And we find this out because he meets a young girl named Miari Kainaba something or other. You know what? These names are hard, so I'm just going to call them by their character concepts. I'm telling you to watch this, people. Anywho, what we have is that she has the ability to actually control her blood. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, and once again, something we've been seeing a lot of blood-related superpowers lately. But here it works because it actually looks really goddamn cool. She can make her blood into a sword and begins the process of stabbing him everywhere she goes because basically she's a spirit world warrior and it's her job to take out threats like Yoma. Well, of course, naturally, because he's immortal, she can't kill him. And basically we have the rest of our series. These two develop a bond. And I'm not spoiling anything because you're going to figure it out the minute the series starts. That will eventually, some way, shape, or form, turn into a will they, won't they romance. And normally this doesn't work, but here it works because our characters are just so goddamn likable. Again, our main guy, even though I think at times they overdo the glasses fetish, he's very nice, he's very conscientious. But he also has his negative traits. We see him be petty at times. We see him go overboard on a lot of things. You get that sense of balance between him that a real person has. Our other lead, Carrie, you get the point. Basically, what I like about her is that she's both eccentric and humble at the same time. Again, maybe that was overdone at points, but I just really liked this character. She was just such a fun, likable, you laugh at her, you feel for her when her drama comes, because again, they just present her in this very straightforward, unapologetic ways. These characters, even though, again, you know where it's going to go from the minute the series begins, they were who they were first, the romance second. And that goes for our other lead characters. We've got a fun scarf guy who you get a lot of crazy gags with, girl character who's just there but still gets in some good scenes, and another colorful cast of characters. And they all just come together in this way that works. Even the pointless filler episode that's in this, I still really love because I just like being in this world, seeing them interact, seeing all their bonds grow, and that was just so amazing. Unfortunately, we do have our negatives. First and foremost, the animation. If you saw my Clan ad review, you know I'm not a big fan of moe-based looking things. And especially this annoying, undetailed, very cheap looking animation that's been very popular lately. It doesn't really work here, and because of this, there are a couple scenes where I just sort of was taken out and just sort of said, yeah, they needed more money. But that would be just a nitpick if it wasn't for the truly big thing that brings this show down. Our villain. I'm not going to reveal who it is or who they are here. Granted, once again, you'll figure that out the minute the series starts. It's not very well done. You totally know they're the villain. And the sad part is that's the only thing you ever know about them. I never get a good understanding of what their motives are. Their plans don't make sense. They try to play up an annoying, kind of sympathetic, or not really a true bad guy, just not doing the right thing type role. It doesn't work. Their plan never comes together. I never understand their motivations. I don't care. And they have no presence. And it sucks because the characters is what makes this show really good. Don't get me wrong, some of the action scenes when they fight the evil Yoma are pretty cool, but again, this is a series that is very character driven, and to see such a crucial element of it really, A, really just be a side note to everything, and B, not really come together in a way that made sense or followable or connectable in any way, shape, or form, really just brought this show down for me. Having said that, though, and again, like I said, the plot is fairly predictable. Point A, point B, and point C, you're pretty clear. You'll figure it out where this show goes. But it's just one of those things where it's just so refreshing and so delightful to watch. Not everything has to be big and epic, but at the same time, not everything has to be silly and comedic. Just the idea of something that gets all those angles and is able to put them together in such a beautiful way that's just a nice, feel-good series. We all need that every now and again. And because of this, I will say Beyond the Boundaries a 9 out of 10 on the romantic scale. Yeah, that's right. Even I can get into these types of things when they're done well. And I can honestly say this thing was done exceptionally well. And what do you think was done well? In the comments section below, give me your favorite romantic anime or romantic movie. And as always, click to like and click to subscribe. And if you're going to be at the Card Fight, Vanguard, and Future Card Buddy Fight Regional this Saturday and Sunday in the Hilton up in Albany, New York, I'll be there as well. Come up to me and say how much you disagree with my opinions. See you then.